Hola, hola, bienvenidos a un nuevo live con una super reina de Curazao. Hoy estaremos hablando con la bellísima Miss Supra Curaçao 2024, Chanelle De Lau. Aquí
Hola
está
Alex,
Chanelle,
hi, how
¿cómo
are you?
estás?
Bien, bien. ¿Tú hablas en inglés también?
Yes, yes,
Sí,
I do.
great. Alex, I was live on my page and I was waiting, looking charming, greeting guests. And then someone was so kind to tell me, hey, Alex is live too. So
Oh,
I
okay,
told everybody to join us here. We were
great.
all talking and connecting, but I'm glad we found each other.
Finally, thank you for accepting the invitation. Thank you,
Thank you.
Angela, also for making this possible. It's a pleasure for me to have you. You look beautiful. You're
Thank you.
amazing. You were my favorite to win Miss International 2017.
That
I have
means
to
so
tell you.
much. Thank you so much. Yes, blast from the past, as they would
Yeah,
say, 7 years ago.
yeah. Yeah, time flies, but you look amazing
Thank
as
you so much.
always.
I appreciate
So
it.
I want you to tell us, all of us, to introduce yourself for those that don't know you, so they can know you better.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today with this beautiful live with an amazing person such as Alex. I'm very fortunate to have gotten the invitation. My name is Chanelle De Lau. I'm currently the reigning Miss Supranational Curaçao 2024. And in just a short week, I will be heading to Poland very soon.
Amazing. Let me tell you that you won the Miss Supra chat. Well, one of the winner, because now you have another round. The first round you won it in your group,
Right.
group number 4, right? It was number 4. Congratulations for
Thank
that.
you so much.
And now you are in the second round. How is
Right.
gonna be this second round? Tell us about.
Well, fun to know is that it just premiered maybe 10 minutes ago or a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
It just ended. So I'm considered a semi-finalist, and this is where I and the other girls who won of their respective groups are put together for the first semi-finalists to go up against each other. And we got three very interesting questions from judges that were submitted. These questions were about more worldly kind of matters, and I loved it. I feel like I did my best. I think I did maybe better than the first time around, so I'm very grateful for that. I was very nervous in the first one, and I feel like everybody can be their worst critic sometimes. We can be so hard on ourselves. And I looked at it and I said, Chanelle, you can speak so much better than that. You can speak so much more, with conviction. And I literally feel like I was in the middle of a second chance.
Yeah.
Never take second chances for granted. I'm so grateful for each and every person who even so much as gave me $1 to vote for me.
Wow.
Because of you guys, I had your help to advance to the semifinals, and that means the world. I didn't get the opportunity to say it in the second super chat round, so I'm going to say it here now. Everybody who voted, liked, commented, shared, was so kind to give me tips. It means the world to me, especially from a smaller country. It is amazing for us that we get to advance in these things because, especially where voting is concerned, Curaçao's population is only 160,000, maybe a little bit more this time around, but I was floored. I was genuinely floored. I was driving, or well, I was the passenger, thank goodness. My mother was driving in the car, and she was driving, and I looked at my phone and I was scrolling, and I see Miss Supranational wants to collaborate with you. And I said, collaborate with me? And I saw that it was to accept, to announce that I won. And I literally started screaming, like proper screaming. And my mom's like, what? She thought something terrible happened. She almost skid off the road. And I said, Mom, I won. And when I tell you, that moment is something that is so dear to my heart. I want to thank Angela Davilar for his public speaking engagements and help as well. It helped me get my answers a little bit more fruitful, more quick to the point. I'm just so grateful. I have an amazing team behind me, so I feel blessed.
Congratulations for that. We are rooting for you because you are one of the favorites this year, one of the biggest favorites. So we are rooting for you. We believe in you. We trust in you, and but you have to believe yourself too, as you are doing right now. You think, well, you thought that you could do it better in the first round, but you did it really well, and you won it. You won it.
Exactly,
And now
exactly.
in this second round, I want to see this second round in order to know more about you and how great you did it, because I'm sure you did it greatly too. And then of course rooting for you and support your chat, because we want you to win.
I
Okay,
really
so
appreciate that. And you
and
are so right.
as you are speaking right now, you're speaking really good. I love your posture, the way you speak, and everything. Because I talked a lot also with Angelo, and we talk about this, and you are doing really really well.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
That
we
means a
are
lot.
we are happy because last year we supported a lot Andreina too, and she was a Queen of the Caribbean for Miss Supra
Yes,
also.
sir. She did a phenomenal job. She's absolutely beautiful, and she definitely paved the way for Curacao and for a big light to be shed.
Yeah. And have you met her? Have you talked to her?
Yes, she was there at my coronation.
Oh, of course,
Yes,
yes.
yes, definitely. So she's been super nice, and I feel like it's really nice that Miss Supranational highlighted her again. I love that they are showing us, the little clips of last year, and it's been a blessing. It's really been a blessing.
Amazing. I have met a lot of Curacao queens, and you are all so kind and polite and sweet.
Warm
Oh my
culture,
God.
right?
No, it's true, it's true. I mean it, and I mean it. With Andreina, it was like that. And you are very humble too, because you asked me, Alex, tell me something that I have to improve and something to get to do it better. And of course, humbly, I can tell you some tips, but you are amazing. You are amazing. So you will
Thank
do
you.
it really
Any
well.
area of work that now that you're speaking about it, is there anything you say that Chanel, you could do this better, you could do that? I'm a sponge. I love to soak it up.
Yeah,
So
of course.
if there's anything you
I
let
will
me
tell you. I will tell you in private, of course, because
know.
of course, now you are doing really well. I love the way you speak. I love your makeup and your
Thank
haircut and
you.
everything. For this Instagram live is very appropriate. So congratulations for that. And I'm sure you're gonna be amazing in the top 5 for sure. We
Oh,
are rooting for that. I'm crossing fingers, because you all Curacao deserve to be in the top 5, and of course winning, because this is your
definitely.
third beauty pageant, right? International.
Definitely, yes. It is my third international pageant,
Yes.
correct.
So as everybody says, the third is the good one. So
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, they say the third is the charm. I believe that in some ways. I would love to think so, but I also am very much so realistic to the point that there are a lot of great candidates this year. I feel like
Yeah.
the competition is stiff. I'm also not the only one with international
Mm.
experience. There are other beautiful contestants who are eloquent speakers, gorgeous women who have also participated in international pageants before. So I actually really love that this class of 2024 is powerful, driven. I feel like we haven't even touched down, but everybody has been giving their 1000%, and it's so nice to see. And I feel like Curacao, while it's a small country, is an island with such talented people. And I would love to be the one to bring them their first Grand Slam crown home. I think you would have to zoom in on the map and see that Curacao would have literally flipped upside down if that were to be the case, because we're just very proud people. We love our talents. Even in sports, we have exceptional people who always mark history for us. So I feel we are more than deserving in a lot of international pageants. Curacao are continuously applying pressure. We are maybe the underdogs, but we are never forgotten. And I know
Yeah.
that it's like divine timing. We strike and it will be the right time. So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm on the right wave. I feel like I'm in an energy where I'm doing my best, giving my best. And at the end of the day, that's all we can do. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, I can say I had the best team. I had the best experience. I know I'm already excited. I can only imagine when I actually get there. And I would have given my best. And to me, that's as long as I can sleep at night knowing that I've given it my all, I'm happy.
The only thing that I always tell the queens is that you have to do your best, work hard. So in order to tell yourself, okay, I did my best. If I win, it's because I did my best. If I didn't win, but I have nothing to say, oh, I did this wrongly or it wasn't good at this. No, you have to be sure that you did your best, and it's not your decision, it's not your choice, it's the, of course, your decision or choice that you didn't win or yes. So you have to work very hard and to be proud of yourself. Okay.
Amen.
Yes, because that's the main. Nothing to say, oh, I could have done this better.
Yeah.
No.
That would be terrible.
That's too
Because
like
it's literally one shot, right? It's literally one shot.
yes,
No
yes,
do-overs.
and we all that, and you know, we never know because sometimes we underestimate small countries or islands like Curacao. But you see, Nicaragua won the first time in history Miss Universe. So anything can happen. Anything can happen.
And
So
she's phenomenal. She carried this amazing energy.
yes,
That
I
stage performance.
yes, I was there in El Salvador, and I can tell you that she was amazing. Yeah.
Wow.
Everything you see on screens is the way she looks. She looks the same. She's amazing. So you are doing the same thing, and I hope to see you personally, and then we can
Yes,
talk
are you
more.
going to Poland? You are, right?
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. I hope so.
Fingers crossed for that too.
When are you arriving in Poland?
So we arrived the 17th as the arrival date.
Okay.
Prelims should be the 1st of July. The 3rd of July, I believe, is the national costume event. And then the 6th of July is the finale.
Yes, the finale. Yes, okay, okay. So of course you are not going to say, oh, this country or another country, but I suppose that you have seen all the girls, that you have stalked all the girls in Instagram, something like that. Do you do that?
I mean, how can we miss each other? We are being plastered across Miss Supranational's Instagram. Thankfully, all the girls are getting their moment to shine. So it's really nice to scroll and look at all the beautiful headshots that are coming out. So if you guys haven't already, I highly encourage you guys to go look at the Miss Supranational Instagram and go and like and support your favorite candidate.
Of course. And maybe you cannot tell, but have you seen some countries, some girls from other countries that you say, oh, this can be a very good competition?
I'm sure there are many. I don't want to name them at the top, but I feel like there are some, especially with the judges who had given their opinion about the girls. I feel like the top selection that they have chosen is one that I feel I agree with. There are definitely some great girls, and I feel like the qualities and what their strengths are differ. You know, some girls, they're very good at their public speaking. Other girls, they give amazing photos online. Others, you see their catwalk is strong. So it's very hard for me to say, oh, that person, but there are some who have it all. So definitely there are some queens here who I've seen. I said, wow, I have to straighten out here on this side of the spectrum to make sure I too give it my all.
This edition is gonna be amazing because it's the 15th edition of Miss Supranational. So let's see who is gonna wear this amazing crown. I hope it's you, of course. And yeah, I hope to, because last year my favorite one was Ecuador, Andrea Aguilera. Yeah, I'm from Venezuela, but I'm very objective, and I can say that. Yes, I'm Venezuela, but I'm not blind. Okay, so I have to tell you who can be the winner. Who can be the winner? And last year, obviously,
I feel like I would love to hear you say that in Spanish, just so it tickles me a little bit.
I always
can you say that in Spanish?
I always say that in Spanish to my people. Soy venezolano, pero no estoy ciego. Soy muy objetivo. Y el año pasado Ecuador era mi ganador.
Ciego.
Ciego. No soy ciego. No, you have to be objective. It's my work, so I cannot. For example, at Miss Universe, my favorite was Nicaragua and Puerto Rico, and also Thailand. My top 3 favorites, and of course some Venezuela didn't agree, but my opinion, you know. So you have
Yes,
to. It's my
and
advice.
freedom of speech,
Yeah,
right? We all have our
yeah, we are
platform. We're
free.
allowed to speak as long as we're not being vulgar and rude and mean. We
Yeah,
just have to be honest. And I respect honesty a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
I'm not one that likes
Mm,
sugar-coated narratives. So I really appreciate
yeah,
honesty and authenticity in this day and age.
for
So
sure. If I
yeah.
tell you that you are one of my favorites, it's because I mean it. Okay.
Thank you.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Sure. So let's talk also about your journey in beauty pageants because this is your third one. People may know that you participated also in Miss Universe at Miss Universe 2016 and then at Miss International 2017. You didn't give up because the first time you didn't qualify, you didn't get a placement. Tell us something about this experience and tell us also what happened with your dress. Who wore your dress?
Who who wore my
Yes,
dress?
at Miss Universe 2016.
Correct. So where do I really even start? The beauty industry is one that is very cutthroat, and I feel like a lot of women are subject to a lot of criticism. At the time, I was merely 21 years old, which I find very young compared to my age now. I feel like I've grown a lot spiritually. So I would say, in the spirit, I was a young soul, and I feel like there was a lot left to learn. I was more naive to the industry. And with that, Miss Universe is a very big stage. It's a lot of attention. It's a lot of, and I feel like I did really well in my little glow up because I was a business student. And next thing you know, I'm in a pageant. And I decided that because my father is actually who inspired me to do it. It's so strange. My father passed away in 2011. But on one morning, my mom called me and she said, you know, I'm at this photo studio and this lady said, hey, ma'am, I knew your husband and he would come in here and boast about his young daughters. One of them will be Miss Curaçao one day, one of them. And I was maybe 4 years old, but she never forgot what he said. So all those years later, my mom gives me that call and I said, really? That was a dream of my father's? And I decided to give it a try. And as I'm in it, I realized the passion that came within me that actually grew in me from being a country ambassador and being an ambassador for Curacao. It really just made me want to progress, be better, do better. And that's what pageantry really is about. It's buffing you out, turning you into a shiny diamond and giving your best foot forward to represent the country. So that's where I move through it. And with that, it's funny because Miss Universe and any pageant for that matter, it's a subjective competition. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. People can see beauty in different ways. So I was so driven to push it even further from winning my local pageant to placing at Miss Universe that I put a lot of pressure on myself. So when I didn't place, a part of me just kind of felt a little bit lost. It's like I had the rug got pulled from underneath me. And I remember that I just needed some time to sit with myself. And I went backstage and I went to look for my evening gown because that was the one that I was to walk on stage with. And a part of my collar was broken. But because I didn't place, my brain didn't care to flip out or get emotional or freak out. I just looked at it. I noticed that someone went into the bag and
Wow.
broke it. And I said, wow, from all the girls here, they cared to open my bag and break my gown.
Wow.
But I was relaxed about it. I was so dazed at that point that I just went for a wardrobe lady and said, ma'am, can you please help me sew this together? And she was, in 2 minutes, she stitched it up perfectly back. And I walked outside on the stage. You know, you have that final walk where everybody, even who didn't place, has to walk out. So I did that. And then afterwards, I sat and I had some time to just sit in it. And I started crying because, again, I was young, I was so driven, and I wanted to do something great for Curacao. So I was sad, naturally. So all the girls started going up on the buses. I didn't grab my suitcase yet. I just wanted to sit and marinate in that moment. And I remember Steve Harvey was coming into the back of the wardrobe area, like in the hallways. And I was walking out and my eyes were red and I was struggling with my suitcase. I was the last girl out. And he said, hold on, were you crying? And I looked at
Wow.
him with these big red eyes, and I didn't say anything because I was so embarrassed that I was caught. I just wanted to be alone, right? And he said, no, come here, let's go and have a chat. And he gave me his handkerchief. Such a kind man, and almost like a father in that moment. He told me, sometimes God plants you much like a seed into the ground so that you sprout. So don't see this. He says it's a subjective competition. Don't see this as a loss. Don't take it as an L. Take this as a moment where you're going to grow from this and you're going to get better. And I thought that was so nice. And I feel it almost was divinely sent for him to tell that to me at that moment in time, because, not having a father figure around, it almost came in its perfect timing. And from then, I didn't give up. I wanted to go to another pageant, and Miss International to me was the next best one for me. I was approached to go. Thank you to Chris Brisson, who approached me and said, hey, Chanelle, you would look like a great candidate. Don't give up. And that experience, I feel I redeemed myself, because I loved how Miss International focused on the heart of the person as well. And I gave it my all. I really feel like sometimes less is more, and with a smaller team and my mom's support, I showed that, hey, Curaçao is mighty and Curaçao is resilient. And I showcased that I didn't want to give up on this dream. And as time progressed, I advanced in other areas of life, in my career. I grew as a person over time. And I have to be honest, like in the back of my mind, I always knew that one day I would find my way in another international pageant. Wow. Call it one's intuition. And as life progresses, a lot of things can unfold. You can get children, you can get married. These things never necessarily found me. I'm someone who's very patient when it comes to those things, when it comes to those pivotal life changes. I take it very seriously, and I waited. Sometimes we have to be okay with the seasons that aren't, blossoming. And I was looking at the other girls from my class of 2016 and 2017. A lot of these beautiful queens are gorgeous mothers, gorgeous wives. And I said, wow, look at them go. It makes me smile to see all these beauty queens just progress in those particular areas of life. And I always kept in the back of my mind, like, why not me yet? And I just said, it's fine. I'm in no rush when it comes to those areas of life. So I always knew in the back of my mind, it would find me again. And the opportunity found me again, but in a way where it's Miss Supranational. I feel like Miss Supranational is an amazing international pageant that focuses on community initiatives. It focuses on the heart of the person. It's so much more than just what you look like and how you present yourself on stage. And I feel it best suits me. Sometimes it's important that the international pageant suits you. And Miss Supranational, I feel, is way more aligned with me than ever, especially with the growth that I've been through. And I feel more confident that, divine timing is at work in my life. I had a lot of time to grow as a spirit. I'm very patient. I believe in working hard. That's something that my mom always instilled in me from a young girl. Seeing both of my parents as entrepreneurs grow in their respective fields. And just the thought that even in passing, my father is the one that inspired me to start. And it's crazy how the timeline just closed and beautifully ended this way, because just a few weeks ago, a woman had come to me and told me the same thing that woman told my mom all those years ago. Wow. I was in the store, and one of the sponsors, she knew my father, and she said, Chanelle, your dad would always come in here and just brag about his daughters and say, one day my daughter is going to be Miss Curaçao. And I looked at her and I'm like, that sounds familiar. So he went and ran his mouth. And that's just to show you the power of what it means when someone else believes in you. And I would want nothing more than to be able to do that for all the little dreamers, no matter how small your country is, no matter how little the resources. You too can make it happen. The same way my dad planted that seed of inspiration in me, I would love to do the same for others. And that's what I want to achieve with this mission of mine. It's so much more than a sash and a crown. I feel like my dad inspired me, and I want to pass the baton in a big way, in a very big way. It goes beyond just being a Miss Curaçao. I would love to bring Curaçao an even bigger title home.
Do you know the Mariah Carey song "Make It Happen"?
I believe so. If you could sing it for me, I'm sure I know this
Well,
song.
I don't sing well, but I recommend you to listen to it because it has a beautiful message about this. If you believe in yourself, you can make it happen. If you pray to the Lord, He's gonna make it happen. He's gonna make you happen. So listen to this song, and I listen every day. Every day, this song is beautiful, and it has a powerful message. So I
It's
recommend you
funny you
to.
mentioned that because one of the social media videos that we were to upload and give to Miss Supranational was karaoke
Ah,
themed. My mom just wrote it too. Don't Stop Believing by Journey. That is a
yeah,
song also that speaks about believing and not
yes.
don't never to stop believing in your
Never give up.
dreams. And my dad was the inspiration for that song. So yeah, I'm just marinating in the energy. I'm enjoying the last few days before I go and just seeing all the synchronicities. It's so amazing. I just see a beautiful Miss Iceland joining
Yes,
from
me
my
too.
year
For
as
you.
Miss Universe. I would love to
Yeah.
thank all you beautiful ladies as well who supported me. It's so nice to see the beauty queens from back in 2016 and 2017
Wow.
supporting me, the Shauna Barber as well. So many nice misses have been so
Still,
kind
still.
and
Well,
attentive. They're like, wow, she's back. She's
she's back
back.
again, more powerful. But that edition of Miss Universe was, unbelievable. Everything happened that in that year. It was in the Philippines, and with Steve
I felt
Harvey,
so
a lot of things
fortunate
happened.
for that.
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
so
amazing.
happy because I feel like the Filipino community is one of the strongest
Yeah,
that really just are so passionate about
so
pageantry. And I
passionate about
just
it.
feel like, what are the odds of me classifying in the year that it's held in the Philippines? Thank you so much to everybody who has supported me, even from the Philippines and Japan to this
Yes,
moment, who are
yeah.
still here,
Yeah.
thanking me for anything, any moment that had happened back then. It's like it's nice to see the wave come back around. There are still a
I
lot of followers and
yeah.
supporters.
I think you are leaving, something special on people. That's why we continue to remind you, because I remember when you were first running up in at that Miss International, and as I told you, you were my favorite to win, and I said, wow. And yeah, almost 10 years ago, you are still here, and all these people are still rooting for you. And you said that you are, the Shona is still there. What other beauty queens from Miss Universe or Miss International are still in contact with you?
So Miss Belize,
Okay.
Bex, we call her Bex. She's definitely still also one of them who have been supportive, especially in the comment section. The Shauna Barber. We have Miss Iceland, Hilda Maria. She's literally just in the chat just not too long
Wow.
ago. We actually had a nice trip. Even Miss France, who won Miss Universe at the time.
Iris
It,
Mitena.
we, yes, there were a lot of misses who were part of a trip back in 2017. We've kept in contact ever since, so it's nice to see them occasionally. I know Miss Indonesia, who won Miss International as
Yeah.
well, Miss Kevin.
Yeah.
She's also um, checking up from time to time, looking, and I see her supporting. I've seen the likes Silas as well. She's Miss Cook Islands from Miss
Okay.
International. There are a lot of
Wow.
girls. There's so many girls.
Amazing.
So I feel very fortunate to see them looking and excited to see me back on the stage. So I'm
You
very
are a great
thankful.
example of never giving up, because
Yes, it's true. It's true. And, with that, it's important to know to also trust the timing. Because sometimes when people are very driven, they tend to fall for the fastest route, which is not always the best.
mm,
Sometimes offers come around and you need to learn to take your time because not all of them are the best. And I feel I've been patient. I've really taken my time to select a pageant that is best suited for me. for me to really give it my all this time around. And I'm not sure, you know, it depends on how this one goes. I really feel like this would be the last time that I do an international pageant.
Amazing.
Yes, I'm at an age where this is something I'm very passionate about, but also realistic in age. You know, there is a time where that ship sails. So I would love for this to be the pageant where Curacao gets its first Grand
Wow.
Slam from.
And tell us about this Miss Supra Chat challenge. That the first round, of course, you can tell us because it's always already passed. Who were besides you, of course, who were the girl of the country in this group, the first one that you said, okay, she can win.
The Super Chat round.
The first
So
one.
there was one judge who had definitely mentioned that the stronger ones from that group were me, the Philippines, and Belgium.
Yeah.
And I know that the other girls were really great speakers too, but those were definitely two very strong speakers. And I'm going to be honest, I said, you know, if I don't make it to the next round, I gave it my all. When I tell you I had no
Yeah.
expectations, and that's why, because those girls were very strong speakers, that's why I always say, you know, when you let go and you let go of expectations, that's when things happen. And that's exactly what happened, because I'm telling you right now, I was shocked. There are some great speakers, very witty speakers. All of the girls had a lot of meat to their answers. It's almost like there is no wrong answer, especially when it's about your personality and
It's
your
personality,
personality
yeah.
shining. So that's what the first round I feel was more so focused on. And I knew at the time I was like, I was nervy, so let's hope, let's hope it was good enough, which it was. So yeah, never underestimate yourself. Sometimes we think we
Never.
did the worst, but we did great. I had
Another
great
example,
feedback for that.
another example of resilience, and that you can win everything in one shot like that. You didn't expect, but you did it, and that's
Yeah.
very yeah, amazing to achieve. And also
Mhm.
tell us about your journey, your daily routine. How is your day for Miss Supranational?
I feel like there's nothing short of excitement. The schedule has been quite congested to the point where there was this one lady, I overlapped appointments and I had to call and beg her and tell her I'm so sorry because my brain is full. We are very busy getting everything ready. I do feel relaxed for the most part because everything essential is in order. So that's good to know. Right now,
Okay.
it's just putting the dots on the I and crossing the T. So in a
Mm.
day, I'd say I wake up. I know that today I have 2 or 3 interviews, including this one. So there's another radio interview later tonight.
Wow.
Aside from that, I went to run some errands. I went to finalize a few things with the community initiative that I'm busy with. So my days are quite intense. I also just came back from a trip to Nashville where I'm shooting my first starring role in a film. So I feel like it's kind of crazy, but I'm doing it with so much joy. I feel like the energy is immaculate and I love it because there was a season where my life was quite chill,
Wow.
just chill, and now it's a lot. So I feel like I've had my phase of being a hermit, and now I have to be a social butterfly again. So it's a lot at once on my energy, but I feel quite grounded. I feel like it's so important for me to wake up every morning, stay prayed up, stay grounded, continue to be grateful, and I feel that's what sets me up for my day. If I didn't pray, I feel out of whack. So it's literally for me my little moment of meditation for me to just get ready for the day. Because yes, when you are, especially since COVID, I feel like a lot of people can agree, since COVID they've been so used to being cooped up in the house that it's like you almost don't want to be too much in the crowds.
Mm.
And now that I'm nudged into this again, it's a lot, but I'm so excited because I had my me time. Now it's my time to share myself with the world and really give the most of myself. And I'm a people's person at heart. So I love connecting. I love meeting new people in this day, in this season. So yeah, while the schedule is hectic, I say it's so much fun. And being on set for the film has been nothing short of a dream. It's always been a dream of mine to just take my mom onto a red carpet premiere and say, hey, look, mom, your girl's in a movie. So now to be a protagonist of a film, that's why I always tell people, you know, divine timing over your life, in your love life, or in your career is so important. Don't rush those things because you'll
Mm.
fall subject to going into things that are not meant for you. You could get cooped up with the wrong partner. You could get into a career where you have to compromise yourself too much. Don't do that. I always say just wait on the right time. The right time will come for you. And I feel like I'm a walking example of that. I feel like there could have been other roles that I could have taken, but if I have to compromise my beliefs, I have to decline. Just make sure the right one is for you and it will come around. And that's exactly what it is. I feel like this role is great because it's about a therapist who goes back in time to
Okay.
compare her love life and give
Okay.
advice to her clients. So it's funny to see me as a therapist giving advice to a couple and having flashbacks about three men that I dated. And it's so much
Wow.
fun because nobody knows a thing about my love life. I'm a very private person. I'm not to showcase everything. My parents didn't raise me that way. And so for everybody to see me crying, being dramatic, in love,
Everything.
kissing, it's so fun. I just think it's gonna be
Wow.
so much fun. I can't wait to premiere this film here in Curacao. It's such a pivotal point for me in my career, and I'm so proud of myself. I'm so happy with the team. I'm so happy with the director that believed in me to do this. He said I grew so much as an actress just in 3 days, and I had to cry a lot on set. I
Mm.
was like, wow, I don't know how I had any tears left in me, but I did. And that's where, again, my father came through because it's like, I think my dad loves that I draw inspiration from him in my art, in how I share myself with the world. And a little secret of mine to cry is to listen to some of his favorite songs that really just hit me in my spirit. My
Okay.
father was a Bruce Springsteen fan. He
Oh,
loved his
wow.
rock and roll
Yes.
and he loved The Boss. The Boss is Bruce
Mm.
Springsteen. So when I listen to some Bruce Springsteen songs that really just tickle me there, I get emotional and in comes the waterworks and it's a done deal. So I'm really
Okay, you
happy.
have to listen Streets of Philadelphia. You know that song.
You know that
You
song?
Bruce Springsteen Streets of Philadelphia is the huge song from Philadelphia film 1983. Tom Hanks about HIV.
Streets of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. I love it. My
Yo, that's the
favorites.
one.
Yeah.
I love Nothing Man. I love You're Missing. You're Missing from Bruce Springsteen
Yeah.
really gets
He's
me.
amazing. He's
And
just out of
Terry's
this world.
song is the one. That's the one my father passed away to. My father passed away to one of his songs. That's why
Mm.
it always hits. It really hits. And I think he loves that I can fall back on that to create art. And I don't think there will be a dry eye in that theater when they see the movie because those crying scenes were
Wow.
one of the cast members, the crew members, he was like, Chanelle, are you okay? Do you
Wow.
need help? Because my tears were so believable. He's
That's
like,
amazing.
I think they got emotional, and the director's like, let's get this angle, let's get that angle, because, and I did this take 6 to 7 times so that they could get all the angles that they wanted. So to
Wow.
cry on cue 6 to 7 times, I think was a testament to how much I've grown. So yeah, it was a dream. It really was a
Good
dream.
strategy. And do you know when it's gonna be premiere that
So we're
film?
looking to get this premiered in October.
In October.
We really
Wow.
are. Yeah, we're in
Worldwide?
post-production right now. Sorry?
Worldwide?
Yeah, so they do premieres in theater and then they air it on different platforms online. The
Okay.
last films they've premiered were on Amazon Prime,
Okay.
Comcast in the US, other networks. So it depends which deals they make for it to be online. But yes, I encouraged it because people in Curacao couldn't see the other films that I worked on. And I really pressed for a premiere in Curacao. I said, please, as a protagonist and them not being able to see me in a film, I said, come on, we got to bring this one home. And they agreed. So we are looking to do a premiere in October, God willing, everything works out. But we want to premiere it in theaters. Likely there will be a premiere in Atlanta as well, in Nashville. So there are different states where they will premiere it in the theaters. And additionally to that, it will be premiered online for streaming. So
congratulations for that. Congratulations to Curaçao and you and your team, because it's an amazing news that we are going to see you also in theaters.
Yes, I feel like it's just hitting what they say, two birds with one stone. But yeah, I didn't want to, when I was doing Miss Supranational, I decided to do Miss Supranational. I knew this film, we were going to make this film. I didn't know how schedule wise, but I couldn't say no. I said, we're going to do it both. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So I've done a great job at managing both so far.
Brilliant. You are brilliant because you can do it both. So you are doing it greatly. And yeah, it's amazing because I want to see you on theater and this movie, but imagine that you win Miss Supranational. How are you going to handle both the film and also the title? You have to travel a lot.
I would love to bring a premiere in Poland.
Yeah.
I know that would be awesome. I feel like where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm sure that there are other candidates who also have different professions who would have to find a way to juggle both. But that's where I feel I have the room to decide. You know, it's different from having a 9 to 5 than being able to be flexible to say yes and no. So I have the flexibility, believe me. I'm a very diligent worker. I'm somebody who, you know, if I put my mind to something, if I sink my teeth in something, I give it my all. So as the hopeful next Miss Supranational, I would definitely work on my title and making Miss Supranational grow even more than they already have. I feel I would put all my energy, time, and focus into that. And on the side, it would be lovely to maybe go to Cannes Film Festival or to have it premiere. I feel like doing both would be amazing. That would be such a thrill. It would be such a thrill to take Miss Supranational to the industry in such a big way.
Yeah,
really awesome.
But this year Andrea was in Cannes too, in Cannes Festival this year, so you can be here next year.
Premiere there too. You never know.
We never know. Before I forgot, we're going to take a picture together because we never know. I'm going to do this, and we're going to do it. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Again. Good. Perfect.
Freeze frame. I'm like, do not move.
Do not move. Send pictures if you do it, people, in the M. So tell also.
Everybody's laughing because we literally look like the screen froze. Yeah. Listen, I would beat anyone at freeze frame.
Yes, like a pose. Let's strike a pose like Vogue. Exactly. You see. So tell us how one of the biggest challenge for you for this beauty pageant, Miss Supranational.
Wow, one of the biggest challenges. I'm someone who's very optimistic, so even if there is a challenge, I would find a loophole to not see it that way. So I can't say it. I feel like maybe when I'm there, I will find out, but I think there's no challenge too great to overcome or to find a solution to. I'm just that optimistic. I've always been a very glass half full kind of person. So for me to say, oh, this is challenging for me, I would say maybe managing my social media while I'm doing the activities, that's maybe a good one because it takes time to edit videos. It takes time to, you know, make sure your posts and your captions are in order. So I think that is a good one. That would be one where I'll be like, oh, wow, I have to do this because it's so important to be present in the experience. This is something where I want my brain to take digital screenshots of the moment. I don't want to be in my phone and answering to people. And so it's like in advance, if I didn't engage with all the comments. I apologize because I'm somebody who loves to answer comments, who loves to double tap comments. So I think managing my social media and being present would be the biggest challenge because I'm a very present person. I want to really soak it in. So I would have to put my phone to the side, and that's kind of hard. So we'd have to find a way to do both. It's so important.
We're going to
sure
wait
everybody
because
wants to be there.
we understand that you
up.
are very busy, and if you don't reply, if you don't reply, it's because you don't want, but it's because you are busy. So we understand.
Right.
People normally understand. But in this process to go to Poland, what are your expectations? What do you expect from Poland? Have you ever been to Poland?
I've never been to Poland.
Okay.
And we had a Zoom, and one of the board members had mentioned Polish apple pie. And my eyes grew wide ever since because I'm a baker's daughter. We love our pastries and bread. So now it's like my eyes grew wide, my stomach even wider to find out what is so great about this Polish apple pie.
Yeah.
So that's where Mr. Andre, it stuck with me ever since the Zoom. I heard it once because what I love about this pageant as well, this organization, they take their time to really connect with the girls. And that's something I've never experienced before. So I feel like they've already exceeded my expectations. I know it's going to surpass it even more when I touch down. I love their patience and their attention to detail in ensuring we really get what's going on. Is there any questions that you may have? I love that they had a questionnaire that we could fill in and say, hey, I don't get this, I don't understand that, and that a Zoom was held with all the girls, pre-recorded. I feel we're so lucky, nice, because other pageants, they don't necessarily always take the time to do this before we get there.
No.
So I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I joined the Zoom, and just that mention of Polish apple pie, I can't wait to try the food. I'm a foodie. I really am. It's I always say the way to my heart is through my stomach. Definitely. It will slap a smile on my face when I had a good meal. You know, a fat boy dance? Everybody has this little, they call it fat boy dance. I don't know why, but it's like when you're eating and you're happy, I have one.
You're gonna love it. Food in Poland is really good. You're gonna love it, and it's cheap, by the way. So
really,
it's it's really
I'll try
good.
to stay away. I have to fit in that evening gown, Alex. We can't play. I have to fit in that evening gown.
You're gonna
You
love
already know.
No, you're going to feed it. You're going to, so you can eat a little bit, you know, to feed your evening gown. But I'm sure you're gonna love it because it's really good. And also, I can tell you something about this pageant that I know very well, is that they love natural queens. You know,
nice.
Be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't pretend to be another one. Don't imitate another one. Just be yourself, natural, and leave the supranational team treat you well. It means that makeup artists, stylists, everyone treat you well, and you are free to work with them. Show them that you want to work with them. Show them that you are flexible, that you are, okay, I'm here for you. You don't have to show that you are a diva. They don't like diva queens.
I don't think anyone likes a diva.
So,
nobody likes a diva.
Nobody.
Yeah,
but this specially.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I love that you mentioned that because I think when it comes to a competition, I always say comparison is the thief of joy. If you're constantly comparing, you're not enjoying yourself anymore. And I feel like that's something that I'm so happy I don't have organically, because a lot of people, I mean, it's human to compare things and places and situations, but I've never been the kind of person to like sit and actively compare myself to another person and want to be like them. I can get inspired by people. I love to admire the beauty in people, but I never feel like, oh, I need to be more like that. You know, I'm so happy I have that because even from a young age, you know, my mom put us on ballet, on sports. So even where I was maybe a little bit more shy, I hold myself tall because of this, because of the ballet. So I never shrink myself physically to appease anybody. And yeah, I think that will serve me very well. I'm a very people's person. I think also with the time that I have grown as an individual, I see the effort people really put into the little things so much more, because when you're inexperienced and you're a bit more naive to the world, you might be focused on the wrong things. You're like, oh man, my hair, my outfit, my this, that, and you're not enjoying, you're not taking the time to notice, hey, someone did this for you. Hey, someone is available for you. You should be grateful for that. And you could be worried and sidetracked about all the wrong things when you should just really be present and just connect with people. And I feel like I'm so much better at that now, where I can just sit, connect, appreciate, be grounded in the moment. And that's priceless to me. And even in the other pageants, I've made some amazing friends. I've had this one lady with her daughter. She took pictures of me on the final night. They were so sweet enough to bring me a little album and make little origamis. I still have these things to this day. To this day, I have a lot of trinkets even here that I keep. So it would be nice to collect more. And yeah, I don't come empty-handed. I like to bear gifts too. So it'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
You're gonna love it, and yeah, I hope you're gonna love it, and also you're going to enjoy all the process, these pageants, because it's really, you know, it's gonna be in a really small, well, it's not town, it's a village, so you know, something like that, and it's very. I'm going to put the charger, and all the girls
you got a charging notification.
Yes, just done. And all the girls are together. We are going to be there. People are going to be there to support you, and you're going to be like in a family, you know. So it's gonna be really, really good.
Less is more sometimes, because when you're exposed to a lot, I feel like I love a family dynamic. I work well with closer, smaller groups of people. So I'm excited. It's funny, like my father came from a small village in the Netherlands as well. I'm curious to see if it's to be comparable to that. But my father's from Eersel, and that's also a very small village. So
really small, okay.
Yes, very tiny. So I'm really excited for that. I love Europe. Europe is awesome.
Really amazing. It's amazing. Have you been to Paris?
I have. I went on a family trip for one day where we toured with a bus. It
One
was
day?
like
Wow.
Yes, it really wasn't enough. It was not enough. I'm telling you. We went with one day, we went to the Sacré-Cœur, we went to it's like we did everything in one day. We saw the Eiffel Tower, we went to some Moulin Rouge little show, family friendly Moulin Rouge show. I was 13 or something at the time. I still have a picture of my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother, and I just sat there, and this beautiful woman with her feathers. I have one day there. A bus tour where we tried to do everything in one day. It was so impossible. I would love to go back. I would love to go back.
You are welcome to come back, and we can see here. I live here in Paris, but not this year because of the Olympic Games. So everything is crazy and everything is blocked. So it's better to come after the Olympic Games in September, October, something like that. And what can you tell us about your national costume and evening gown? Something that you can tell us, because I know it's a secret, you know, it's a surprise, but something you can tell us.
Both are inspired by Curaçao's nature.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
colorful.
Both are inspired by Curaçao's nature. It is a vibrant color. Okay. I can tell you that both are vibrant colors. And I don't know how much more I can say. So nature, think of nature. What colors are in nature?
Okay. Green.
I'd say Curaçao has a beautiful ocean. I can say that much. I say Curaçao has nice trees, nice greenery. Hint, hint. Yes. Curaçao has beautiful oceans, crystalline beaches, and a lot of greenery when it rains a lot. That's all I can say. I can't tell you anything else.
I know. It's complicated at this moment. But imagine that they pronounce your country, your name, as the winner. What be your reaction right now. And the new Miss Supranational 2024 is Curaçao.
I would cry.
Unbelievable.
I know I would flip. I know I would hear my mom the loudest. I would probably,
Tears and tears
have you
and
ever
tears.
seen Bambi on ice? I pray my knees don't sink in because I literally feel like I would be Bambi on ice with like knees like this, like just shaking. I know, I just know it. It's unreal. It's a moment in history. I pray I don't have an ugly crying face. I hope I cry gracefully, but I can't promise you anything at this point. I'm dreaming. I think about that moment every single day I wake up. I just imagine and I just get very emotional. So I'm not gonna try to cry. I would really hope. Yes, Angela Davila would scream too.
Everybody
I
will
would scream.
scream. Me too.
But I have to stay graceful. You can imagine. No, I love
Yeah.
thinking about that every single time. I just get it would
You
just
know,
be priceless.
last year I was so happy with Andrea winning, Ecuador winning, that I fell down. It was
You
crazy
fell down?
because yes, I stepped with some cable, something like that, because I wanted to run to the director Thais, and I fell down and then get up, and well, I continue my walking, but I was
It's
very, very
amazing
happy.
the emotion
Yeah,
and the excitement
it was
all in
crazy.
one room, like in one space. It's just thrilling. It's exhilarating. I
Yeah,
can tell you one thing now, but who knows, if I'm lucky enough and just,
yeah.
honored for that. I can't possibly imagine how I would react. We would find
Wow.
out, hopefully.
And one thing that you want to show the world about your personality or about your journey as a queen.
Never to stop believing. Never
Right.
stop believing. If you
Right.
have a dream, it's true to your heart. Keep going. The right time will find you. Keep your faith in the divine and God and a higher source high. Stay balanced and you will make it. You will make it.
You will make it for sure. So listen to this song, "Make It Happen" from Mariah Carey too.
Definitely.
and
Right.
and just to summarize something, tell us something also about your personality and your talents. You say that you are an actress, you are a beauty queen, and what other talents do you have?
So I'd say I'm a very intuitive person. I get prophetic dreams. That's also something that I had given up. So I would say everybody is very intuitive if they train that muscle long enough. So I would say I'm very intuitive. I'm sharp. And I feel like that's something that I got from my mom's side of the family. They're all incredibly intuitive. My mom, she used to get visions in the past of something happening and it would be true. She would sometimes predict pregnancies from her family members. So little things like that, I think that would be really cool to know about me. And what was the other question aside from talents?
Any talents, yeah, about besides acting? Do you?
Yes, I'm a commercial model as well. I feel like I'm a jack of many trades. So
Wow.
with this industry, you learn to do a little bit of everything. I'm
Mhm.
very good at photography. I've done my sister's maternity shoot. She looked gorgeous. I've done my niece's first birthday photo shoot. I'm also very good at makeup. I would like to think this is like a fair example. This was a quick 10-minute makeup look. But if I really take my time, I'd say I'm a very good makeup artist as well. I've actually done
Wow.
my makeup for one of the official shoots that we handed in.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
along the journey, I've learned how to do these things myself. So I would say, I'm not short of anything in that aspect. I've also written my own children's book, so I'm very good at that as well. I have a children's book. My mom said you can dance. I've danced for 12 years. So there's a lot. Like I've danced ballet, contemporary dancing, jazz, so I'm very good at picking up
Wow.
choreography. Hip hop is really a favorite of mine as well. So yeah, yes, there are many things I would say
Wow.
I'm
Amazing. You are very you have the whole package. You have the
Thank
whole
you.
package of a queen, as we love, you know, as we love. So I have to thank you and Angela for this
Thank
short live. I know you are very busy. I don't want to take more time from you, and I want you to leave you some minutes to say bye to this community, Miss Venezuela Inicios, and also to your community to say bye and to support you.
Thank you so much, Alex. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and for you inviting me onto Miss Venezuela Inicios. Thank you, everybody here who's joined. Muchas gracias. Te amo. Por favor, doname un follow y un like. I'd love your support in my journey to Miss Supranational 2024 crown. I appreciate every single like, vote, and please check out the Super Chat semifinals and vote for your girl to advance to the next round and hopefully place top 24 as Miss Super Chat winner. Thank you all for joining here and have a great start to your week. In Curaçao, we say bon simang, which means have a blessed week.
Yeah, bon semaine as in French. In French, we say bon semaine. It's similar. It's similar. It's similar. Merci beaucoup. And for other people, follow her. Follow Chanelle De Lau. It's very easy to follow her. And we have to support her and to root for her to win this first crown for Curaçao, a Grand Slam crown for Curaçao. So we root for you, girl. Congratulations to you and to all your team. And I hope to see you soon in Poland. Thank you so much.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.